So I'm Benjamin, and I'm going to be making an arrow with flint. So first you have to get a nice straight stick. Then you have to cut a little slit at the end, like this. And then you have to try to make a piece of flint, which is pretty easy. You just have to get some flint and crack it until you get a nice shape. Then you get a piece of metal or something, and you just start nicking away at it until you get a nice sharp tip like this. And then for rope, I am using twine, which is I'm using vines that I have beaten on a stump to get the fibers. And then, so this is what I've done with a vine. I've beaten it against the thing to get the fibers undone. And here's a fiber that I've gotten. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get the piece of flint and I'm going to stick it in this little crack right here. Like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the twine that I've collected and I'm going to start wrapping it around really tight around this. And then, once you've gone around a couple times, then you can start trying to get, I've put a little notch right here so I can wrap this around like that to keep the arrow in. Like this. Just gonna wrap that around there. Then I wrap it around that. And then continue down until you get to the very end of the slit. And make sure you get really tight. Okay, so now that I've gotten that down, just have to tie it, and I'll be done with that end. Okay, there you go. Now, what I need to do is, I'm going to cut a slit in this end, like this. Make sure that you get it along the way that, make sure that you get it the same way that you cut this slit. Okay. Like that. Make sure you don't cut yourself, just slowly weave it down. And then it should be about this long. And then, so what I do is, I get a feather, and I just cut it about as long as I have cut in this. So I just slit it right here. Oops. Try that again. So now I've got this piece of the feather, and I just push it into this. Like that. And then I see where it is, and I cut just below the end, like this. And push it in there. Oops. like that.
Okay.
Then what I do is I get some twine again, like this, and I wrap it around the back of this to make sure that the feather does not come out, like this. Then just cut this, tie it up. Like that. And then you've got the back feather, like that. And then you're done. And here's the arrow. And then the bow is awesome. I've already made this one, but I'll tell you how I made it. So I just cut a nice flexible piece of stick off of a tree. Then I got some more twine, a couple bits of twine, and I tied it around a railroad spike and hammered it into the ground. And then I twisted them and tied both ends, and then bended it, tied them on like this. So here you go. It's a nice arrow and bow. And now I am going to shoot it just to give a demonstration. Target. And